Guys, listen up. Here's the plan.
Heard enough?
More than enough. So this is how you and your sister repay me, huh? By plotting against me?
No, Dad, wait. Listen, it's not like that at all. We're victims here too.
Oh, really? I can't wait to hear this one.
Oh, it's true. We were tricked into going along, and by the time we realized it, we were in too deep.
So, who's the mastermind then?
That's right, player. I'm done. I can't be sticking my neck out for you anymore. You've brought the wrath of God down on you. Or the next best thing. Anyway, I can't let SmackDown suffer for the decisions you're making.
I can't stop watching the footage of you destroying the Hall of Fame ceremony. The look on his face is priceless. Now all you need is a win this Sunday to prove that there's nothing he can do to stop you.
This is Armageddon, the final pay-per-view of the calendar year.
And if the challenger has his way, it's going to be Armageddon for the champ.
The champ has taken on all comers and survived to tell the tale.
Yeah, but he made an enemy of Mr. McMahon in the process.
Can the champ cross the boss and survive? We'll find out tonight. Here's a man who enjoys inflicting pain upon his opponents, and he's already earned one victory recently over the champ.
And with the way the champ's been used as a punching bag for ECW lately, I think we're going to have a new champion.
He's made an enemy of Mr. McMahon. He's been targeted by ECW, and his championship is on the line here tonight.
Not a very Merry Christmas if you ask me. Armageddon just might be the end of his world. Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of this company.
I'm with you, partner. You just can't experience a thrill like this anywhere else.
And that's because you're not going to see athletes like the WWE superstars anywhere else, Cole.
You certainly aren't. They're the greatest athletes in the world. And this is the only place you'll see them doing what they do best.
It's so great seeing these superstars in competition here tonight. I had a feeling they were going to wind up against each other sooner or later.
There were times when it seemed like it wasn't going to happen, but I can't tell you how glad I am that it did.
That's for sure. You know, anytime you throw these kind of combustible elements into a match, you're guaranteed a great show.
And that's exactly what we're seeing here tonight.
Look at this. Pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
Great reversal.
And there's the counter. Come on, let's show it off.
Talk about adding insult to injury. And these fans love it.
Yeah, but you got to worry more about the injury and less about the insult till the match is over.
They sure are. And you know that's going to have an effect on this match.
That was a textbook reversal. What in the world happened to Jeff Hardy to make him turn out the way he did?
I don't think anything happened to him. Jeff's just one of those people who marches to the beat of a different drum.
He's 3 seconds away from victory.
2.
Night after night, the WWE superstars never fail to amaze the fans.
And that's a good thing. I don't even like to think about where we'd be if they didn't.
Well, we wouldn't be sitting here calling this match, that's for sure.
Man, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago.
There's the cover.
1, 2.
He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them
You got to be careful when you're going up there. Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd.
I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this. He could get the pin right
1,
here.
2, 3.
These people might not respect.
The champion is retained. The champion is retained.
I've got to give it up to him. That was no easy feat.
With everything he's had to deal with lately, I'm honestly shocked that he prevailed here tonight.
It really could have gone either way, but he pulled it off, and that's all that matters.
If overcoming adversity is the mark of a true champion, then that's exactly what we have before us.
I'm not his biggest fan, but I'll give him credit for coming through when he needed to.
Maybe this victory will finally convince Mr. McMahon to let things go.
Don't bet on it, Michael. Mr. McMahon isn't the kind of guy to give up that easy.
Congratulations! Excellent work. Not only did you win, you beat ECW, and you showed that even the almighty Vince McMahon isn't all-powerful. I'm very, very impressed.
We might have a problem. There's a couple of superstars who are sniffing around a little too much for my comfort. I'm pulling some strings and putting you in a tag team match against them. Send them a message to back off.
Tonight, SmackDown begins the journey to the Royal Rumble. I'm Michael Cole here with John Bradshaw Layfield at ringside, and we're less than a month away from one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year.
That's right, and the road to WrestleMania begins at the Royal Rumble.
It's a co-presentation of SmackDown and Raw, so the stakes are high.
It's the perfect opportunity for SmackDown to once again demonstrate our superiority over Raw.
With the Royal Rumble coming up, you can bet that both these superstars are looking to make an impact here tonight and secure themselves a spot on the card.
That's what every superstar in the locker room is thinking, Michael. They're going to pull out all the stops tonight.
It's hard for me to imagine a greater team than these two, or a greater champion than this man right here.
Yeah, but the guy next to him is the true uncrowned king of SmackDown as far as I'm concerned.
Good evening, and welcome to SmackDown, coming to you tonight from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hot Atlanta is ready to go, and I'm just as fired up as this sellout crowd.
With good reason. You and I know both what's coming up, and these fans are definitely getting their money's worth tonight. Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there.
What a counter that was. This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah? Well, one mistake, and we're going to see that fire put out pronto. Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it.
He's going for the pin.
1, 2.
There's the tag. Nice teamwork there. I love Booker's attitude. He doesn't care what the fans think. He's focused on winning, and that's it.
Well, he might want to acknowledge the paying customers who make it possible for him to earn a paycheck.
Why bother? If they don't buy a ticket to cheer him on, they'll buy one to watch him get beat. He slipped out of that one.
A textbook reversal. Can he follow up?
These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE superstars comes into play.
Yeah, you're not going to win a match if you're blown up 2 minutes into it.
You can say that again. I've seen matches won and lost simply because one superstar was able to outlast their opponent.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other.
That's the law of the jungle. An injured superstar is like a wounded animal. It's survival of the fittest.
And that also means that if you're not at 100%, you've got to be able to hide it from your...
Oh, man, there's the tag. He dodged that bullet.
You talk about raw power. You talk about intensity. Have you ever seen a superstar like Batista?
He's impressive, no question. But it's not like he's the biggest or the baddest guy to set foot in a WWE ring.
Well, you got to be pretty big and pretty bad to wear championship gold, and that's what Batista's done time after time.
Hey, anybody can have a few good nights. I think Batista's overrated, and I think we're going to see that here tonight.
If I was a gambling man, I'd take that bet. I don't mind admitting that.
There's the pin. Can his opponent kick out?
2.
Come on, let's show it off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
It's crazy to think that we actually get paid to do a job like this. There's thousands of people out there who would do this for free.
Really? Maybe I should look into that. I could get a...
Look at this, pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
I don't think anyone in this match is even considered. He wasted no time going for that pin.
They made the tag. Here we go. You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they've got literally nothing left to give.
And that's the attitude you have to take to win. You know that your opponent isn't going to hold anything back, and you can't afford to either.
I'd love to know where you're coming up with this stuff, because it sure ain't from personal experience.
This capacity crowd is certainly getting its money's worth here tonight.
And it's a good thing, too. If they're not buying tickets, we're not getting paychecks.
Well, I don't think we'll have to worry about selling tickets the next time we come back here. Not after a match like this.
Nice quick counter there. Seeing a match like this makes me proud to be part of.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle.
No matter where he goes, Jeff Hardy always enjoys enthusiastic fan support.
Of course he does. These people, he's tagged in his partner.
I certainly don't envy the referee in this match.
No kidding. No matter what call you make, you're going to get on the bad side of at least one superstar.
And that's about the last place you want to be if you're not a superstar yourself. Trust me, I know.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's pretty obvious which way it's going.
Oh, really? Are you willing to go out on a limb and actually make a guess then?
There's no guesswork involved, but if you're going to be snippy, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Wow, if I knew it was that easy, I would have said that years ago. He saw that one coming.
There's the tag. And there's the counter. Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use...
He's tagging in his partner.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd. That's a huge distraction, in my opinion.
And here's the cover.
Rey Mysterio is so fast, so agile, and so talented, and he's proven that he's championship material.
Sure, he was a champ for what? A couple of weeks? Of course it wasn't anything compared to my legendary reign.
It was longer than that, and if I recall correctly, he successfully defended the championship against you.
Yeah, a fluke victory against an injured opponent. That's how this little jumping bean has to win his matches.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like that.
Look out. He's measuring his opponent.
Bam! Scissors kick. He might have just knocked his opponent out cold. On the mat, shoulders down. This could be it.
I think these fans have had just about enough of King Booker.
That's because these fans have no respect for his accomplishments. Don't forget, he's a 5-time WCW champion.
WCW was a long time ago, partner, and quite frankly, Booker's attitude was a lot better in those days.
Yeah? Well, his attitude won him the World Heavyweight Championship here on SmackDown, and that's something all the cheering fans in the world couldn't do for him.
This is a big risk. Will it pay off?
He's 3 seconds away from victory.
2.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be Cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to...
And there's the pin!
1, 2.
If you ask me, Batista's best days were back when he was Triple H's last. You got to be careful when you're going up there.
It sounds like this capacity crowd.
He's going for the cover.
1, 2, 3.
These superstars are on fire.
Tempers are flaring here tonight after that one.
You can't imagine the kind of pressure these guys are under, Michael.
Maybe not, but I think that keeping your cool would be a major part of making it to the Royal Rumble.
This isn't a chess match. This is a very emotional situation.
And there's no doubt that these superstars are wearing their emotions on their sleeves.
It's hard not to respect that kind of passion.
Nice work, champ. Now that's how you send a message. I knew we could count on you.
There's another couple of superstars on Raw who are sticking their noses in where they don't belong. I've arranged for you to go to Raw as a cross-brand promotion for the Royal Rumble and team up with someone who will help you take care of them.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to Raw. This is good old JR Jim Ross, here with the world's oldest teenager, Jerry the King Lawler, and SmackDown's champion is here as well for tonight's main event.
Yeah, and tonight he's going to be partnered up with a superstar who's way out of his league.
He's a phenomenal athlete, no doubt about it, and a multiple-time champion himself.
It's too bad SmackDown's champ came all the way down here just to get shown up.
They stirred up trouble for years here on Raw, and I have no doubt that they're looking to do the same thing again here tonight.
You call it stirring up trouble, but I call it making an impact. And that's what every superstar wants to do between now and the Royal Rumble.
And with all due respect to Raw and its superstars, here comes two of the greatest competitors in all of sports entertainment.
Yeah, I admit, the champ's made quite a name for himself, but his partner is practically royalty here on Raw.
Ladies and gentlemen, Raw is live tonight from St. Paul, Minnesota. I'm Jim Ross, here with Jerry the King Lawler.
These Minnesota fans have been waiting a long time to see the Raw superstars in action, and I know they're not going to be disappointed.
They certainly won't, King. The Twin Cities are never going to forget the day Raw came to town.
Oh no, this is terrible. You can't let your opponent build this kind of momentum.
Well, all I can say is someone's been eating their vitamins and saying their prayers.
His opponent telegraphed that one. You believe we actually get paid to do this job, JR?
It's like a dream come true, King. Except when I have to sit here and listen to you drool over the divas.
Come on, JR. You know I'm helpless when it comes to puppies.
Oh, I know, King. And that's why I'm bringing a pitcher of ice water out here with me next time.
These superstars are beating the heck out of each other, and this crowd can't get enough of it.
It's what they paid to see, King, and they're getting their money's worth tonight.
They sure are, JR. There's no question these superstars are earning their paychecks. I think we're going to find out just how much punishment the human body can withstand here tonight.
I think you're right, King. These superstars seem intent on taking each other to the limit.
I love that attitude, JR. Go big or go home.
Well, there's the tag. That's the way to do it.
Oh! There's the reversal.
Boy, what a match. I wouldn't even hazard a guess as to who's going to win this thing.
What? Have you got both your contacts in one eye, JR? It's been obvious to me since the start of the match.
Oh, really? Well then, why don't you just enlighten the rest of us, King?
No way. I can already tell this is going to be a great match, and I don't want to ruin the ending for you.
You're too kind, King. You're also full of horse manure, as far as I can tell.
Talk about ruthless aggression. Look at the way these superstars have been going after each other.
They're not playing with kid gloves, that's for sure.
We knew we were going to see a heck of a match, but this might turn out to be... No. Go ahead and say it, JR.
All right, I will. I think this one's got all the makings of a bona fide slobber knocker. These superstars are in terrific shape, and that comes as no surprise whatsoever.
No kidding. If you don't have that condition, you're not going to last long in a match.
You sure aren't, and that's only one of the many reasons I try to stay...
Uh-oh. Come on. You got to stop this guy before he really gets going.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. He's built up too much momentum to be stopped now. You're not going to get him with that one. Look at this. Look at this. You talk about a house of fire, you're seeing it right here.
Yeah? Well, somebody better put out that fire, or this one's not going to end well. So, how do you think this one's going to turn out, JR?
Honestly, King, I have absolutely no idea. Anything can happen here in the WWE.
But you've got to have a guess, right?
I might, but I'd rather keep it to myself if it's all the same to you, King.
Oh, sure.
Oh, no! That last shot busted him wide open.
It sure did, JR. And if I could borrow one of your...
He's got his opponent in a pinning predicament.
2.
This capacity crowd is solidly behind.
Looks like someone's heading for the high-rent district. I think these superstars...
And now a pin. This could be it.
2.
This has gone beyond just... He's a 3 count away from a pinfall.
1, 2.
WWE's traveled to just about every country, and Jeff Hardy's got fans in every single one.
He's a one-of-a-kind phenomenon, no doubt about it.
What a reversal. Oh, boy, the adrenaline is pumping. I think this could be the beginning of the end.
No, it can't end like this. Come on.
That's a short climb, but a potentially long fall. Look at him feeding off.
Oh, boy, this looks like an all-or-nothing move. We could have a pinfall here, JR.
1, 2, 3.
I've got a feeling that this... I never thought we'd see these two looking so chummy, King.
Well, the Royal Rumble's not too far off. Maybe they're just getting into the cross-brand spirit of it.
Maybe you're right. But I wonder how long that'll last.
Probably right up until SmackDown realizes they're not in Raw's league.
Hey, I'm a Raw man through and through. But after what I just saw here tonight, we can't afford to get cocky.
There's nothing cocky about recognizing that you're the best, JR.
Excellent performance. That was just what we needed. With a superstar like you on our side, we'll be running this company in no time.
Guys, listen up. Here's the plan.
Heard enough?
More than enough. So this is how you and your sister repay me, huh? By plotting against me?
No, Dad, wait. Listen, it's not like that at all. We're victims here, too.
Oh, really? I can't wait to hear this one.
Oh, it's true. We were tricked into going along, and by the time we realized it, we were in too deep.
So, who's the mastermind, then?
Well, Dad, it's someone who's been a thorn in your side for a little while now.
I can't believe you'd be so stupid as to actually plot against Mr. McMahon. What the hell are you thinking? You're on your own from now on, player. I can't put SmackDown at risk by standing up for you anymore.
Life's about to get a lot worse for you, chap. Not only will you face one of SmackDown's greatest superstars, he's also being managed by one of Raw's top talents. This is what you get when you mess with Vince or Kennedy McMahon.
We're just over 2 weeks away from the Royal Rumble. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and all of SmackDown has been rocked by the revelation that our champion has been plotting against Mr. McMahon.
I can't believe that idiot was stupid enough to try and sabotage the WWE chairman like that.
And to make matters worse, he apparently recruited Mr. McMahon's own children for the conspiracy.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I promise you, hell hath no fury like Mr. McMahon.
2 weeks ago, you called him the uncrowned king of SmackDown, John, and tonight he's taking on the champion in this non-title, no disqualification match.
Yeah, and he's got some Raw royalty backing him up, too. If I had any sympathy for our champion, I'd feel sorry for him.
If the champion is nervous about this match, he's not letting it show.
How could he not be? He's facing arguably the two greatest superstars in the business in a no disqualification match.
I think these fans have had just about enough of King Booker.
That's because these fans have no respect for his accomplishments. Don't forget, he's a 5-time WCW champion.
WCW was a long time ago, partner, and quite frankly, Booker's attitude was a lot better in those days.
Yeah? Well, his attitude won him the World Heavyweight Championship here on SmackDown, and that's something all the cheering fans in the world couldn't do for him. Going up that turnbuckle hurts a hell of a lot less than coming down from it. Instead of pandering to the fans, you can show off for the crowd if you want, but all that does is let your opponent rest up.
Actually, I think it's a great display of confidence on the part of this great superstar.
He slipped out of that one. He made his opponent look like a chump with that counter. Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
He's climbing the turnbuckle. Will this pay off?
You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd, too. There's the cover.
1, 2.
He saw that one coming. Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised? They're just training people to go to war. I train them to be WWE superstars.
Well, thanks but no thanks, partner. I think I'll stick to it. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this. I've been looking forward to this match all night.
He's stalking his opponent from the top turnbuckle.
Man, this crowd is really swelling.
He's going for the pin. This could be it.
2.
Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there. I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this.
And there's the pin.
1, 2, 3.
I don't think anyone in this match is even
The champion has overcome the odds and won the match, and his opponent does not look happy about it.
Are you surprised? He just lost a match, and I'm sure Mr. McMahon's not going to be too happy with him.
And we've seen in recent weeks what happens to superstars who get on Mr. McMahon's bad side.
Yeah, and it's pretty much the end of their careers, if they're lucky.
But it seems as if the champion has survived Mr. McMahon's wrath here tonight.
For the moment, Michael, but only for the moment. This is going to get a lot worse before it gets better.
Mr. McMahon wants to send a Raw superstar over here this week to teach you a lesson. He's all fired up about it. And the last thing I'm gonna do is tell Mr. McMahon no? Good luck, player. You gonna need it.
Well, looks like we got ourselves a little no disqualification match this week. And just so I don't get lonely out there, I think I'm gonna bring a pal of mine from SmackDown to keep me company at ringside. See you out there, champ.
The Royal Rumble is just over 1 week away. This is Michael Cole here with JBL at ringside, and tonight our disgraced champion is in another non-disqualification match.
That's right, against the so-called King of Raw. And his opponent from last week will be at ringside.
Mr. McMahon has gone to great lengths to stack the deck against the champion.
He hasn't even gotten started yet. Mr. McMahon's going to take his time and enjoy this.
They've been referred to as the Kings of SmackDown and Raw, and they're working together again tonight in the service of Mr. McMahon.
And that's the smartest move they could have made. They're already at the top of the business, but doing this favor for Mr. McMahon will set them up for life.
He might be SmackDown's champion for the moment, but you have to think that his days might be numbered.
What makes you say that, genius? The fact that the most powerful man in this business is sending two of WWE's top superstars to beat him into the ground? Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match.
Look at this, pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that. You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off.
When I first heard about this match, I wasn't sure what to think, but these superstars are blowing me away.
Really? As soon as I heard about it, I expected a tremendous... He's got this crowd solidly behind him, and now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep playing to the crowd.
And here's a little something for the fans. That's why they love him.
Who cares what they think? All he's doing here is giving his opponent a chance to recover.
Here it is. He's building up a head of steam, and he's about to let his opponent...
Here's the pin. These superstars are at the top of their game, but only one of them is going to have his hand raised at the end of this one.
And that's a real shame because, like you said, this has been a great match so far.
So what? You want to say that everybody wins so that nobody gets their feelings hurt?
I never said that. Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
He anticipated that move perfectly. This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah, well, one mistake and we're going to see the fire put out pronto. I think these superstars are going to keep it up until they... Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt that these fans love him, and he's feeding off that energy right now.
Come on, quit showing off. This is a wrestling match, not a popularity contest.
We've seen this before. He's been wrestling his style of match, and he's coming up on a big payoff.
2.
Man, this one's turned into a fight, pure and simple.
We knew it was going to be intense. We knew it was going to be physical. but I don't think anyone was prepared for this.
I gotta admit, it took me by surprise, and that doesn't happen often.
That's an understatement. You've been in hundreds of matches in your career. The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is...
This could be 3 right here.
1, 2.
It sounds like this capacity crowd has something on their...
Whoa, there goes the referee. Might as well chuck the rule book out the window.
And that also means that there's no one to call a pinfall or submission.
What in the world happened to Jeff Hardy to make him turn out the way he did?
I don't think anything happened to him. Jeff's just one of those people who marches to the beat of a different drummer.
This has been a great match so far, but I think it's...
Top rope moves can win or lose you the match. There's very little middle ground. He's going for the pin.
1, 2, 3.
Talk about superstars who don't...
Oh boy, I don't think we're done here yet.
Of course we're not done. He's committed treason against Mr. McMahon. That's a hanging offense.
Oh my, the champion is certainly getting hung out to dry here tonight.
Are you surprised? He might be a champion, but those two are practically royalty in this business.
And there he goes.
That's what you call taking a beating, Michael Cole. It's good to be the Kings.
How'd you like what happened after your match last week, champ? You better get used to that kind of treatment because you've got a lot more coming your way for what you've done to me and my family.
Gentlemen, I can't wait to see what you do to that traitor in your championship match this Sunday.
Yeah, and the best part will be when I bring his championship back to Raw with me.
To Raw? That championship staying right here on SmackDown.
Let's be realistic. You're not even in my league.
Don't put your filthy hands
Why
on
wait
me.
for Sunday?
All right,
Let's go right now.
Stop it!
Fine with
Both
me?
of you.
Oh my gosh!
That was your fault.
My fault? You're the one who shoved him.
I was trying to get him out of your
You
way.
expect me to believe that?
Welcome to SmackDown, where we're just 2 days away from the Royal Rumble. Michael Cole and JBL at ringside, and John, it seems as if everyone's getting on Mr. McMahon's bad side lately.
As fired up as the chairman is these days, that's not hard to do.
And that has led to a cross-brand, no disqualification handicap match tonight.
Not to mention a triple threat championship match this Sunday. This is getting ugly.
The uncrowned King of SmackDown hopes to bring home the gold this Sunday at the Royal Rumble.
And the best way for him to do that is to put a serious hurt on the champion here tonight.
How awful would it be if this superstar wins the championship at the Royal Rumble and takes it back to Raw with him?
And it would be an absolute tragedy. And I'd lay the blame squarely at the feet of our no-good traitorous champion.
The title might not be on the line tonight, but there's no doubt that this match could have a significant impact on Sunday's triple threat championship match.
Absolutely. 2-on-1, no disqualification. Forget about winning. He'll be lucky to survive. You feel like a jerk when someone counters you like that.
Watching these superstars go at it reminds me why I prefer to stay on this side of the announce table.
You know, if you let me train you, you could be cruiserweight champ inside a year.
Oh, no. I've heard stories about the way you train people. You make Marine drill instructors look like pushovers.
Are you surprised?
This superstar is all fired up, and so is this capacity crowd.
Yeah? Well, one mistake and we're going to see that fire put out pronto. Look at this, pandering to the crowd.
Nothing wrong with keeping the paying customers happy while you build some momentum.
Man, this crowd is really swelling this guy's head.
There's no doubt, these fans love him.
He may get the 3 count right here.
2.
Man, I don't want this.
Look at that. That's going to go over big with the fans and build some momentum at the same time.
You got to watch out for your opponent when they're getting fired up like this.
The adrenaline is pumping. The crowd is coming alive. This is what they came to see.
Hey, try to restrain yourself a little bit, okay? You're supposed to be calling this down the middle. These superstars have been giving it everything they've got all night.
They sure have. And that's where the superb conditioning of the WWE...
I've seen matches won and lost because of moves like this.
That reversal might stop his opponent's momentum dead.
There's the reversal. You know, there's such a thing as playing to the crowd too much, and that's what I'm seeing here.
I disagree. He's wrestled this match his way all along, and now we see it paying off. So much can go wrong from that top turnbuckle.
Here's the pin. This could be it.
2.
Even if you wind up winning a match like this, you're going to be feeling it for the next week.
Yes, but that's the case if you lose as well. And having to deal with emotional as well as physical pain, he's got this crowd solidly behind him. And now he's going to give them exactly what they want to see.
You can't just keep...
I think we're about to see a high-risk move from the top rope.
Seeing a match like...
The tag is made.
What in the world happened to Jeff Hardy? Instead of pandering to the fans, you should really keep your head in the match.
Come on, you're looking at a superstar who can feed off a crowd and use that energy to win the match. You know, I like Booker a lot better before he discovered his... Here it is, he's building up a head of steam and he's about to let his opponent have it.
And if his opponent is smart, he'll get the hell out of there.
I hope this isn't the last time we see these superstars. A high-risk maneuver in the works from that top turnbuckle.
He's going for the cover.
1, 2, 3.
Look at these superstars go. It's...
I don't believe it. Talk about overcoming the odds.
As much as I can't stand this guy, I have to admit, that was one of the most incredible victories I've ever seen.
But the question remains, does he have enough left to retain his championship at the Royal Rumble?
Highly unlikely. He'll be facing the same opponents, and he's carrying a lot of damage in with him.
Mr. McMahon might not have liked the outcome of this match, but Sunday could be a different story.
I can just about guarantee it, and it's not going to have a happy ending for the champ.